Yeah. John, thanks so much for sharing with us today. I mean, it's amazing how you've been able to draw connections between things that seemingly are so different. Uh, Defense and intelligence and oil and gas exploration, but they really all kind of the connection there is in how you store and organize and access data in a knowledge graph, and how I appreciate you sharing with us how you've been able to do that. In the maybe in the 30 seconds or so that we have left, what advice would you give to the audience who may be just getting started with knowledge graphs at their company? What advice would you give them based on what you've learned over the past 12 months or so?
Yeah, I'd start with call Neo4j, specifically Staggy. Look him up. This guy's going to help you. No, but in general, look, I think despite me being a little bit facetious there, it's true. You guys are experts in this space. So I think for me, especially when approaching a new problem area or a new thing, I usually tend to look for who are the experts in this space and what can they tell me about what I can do and what are the applications for the thing that I'm trying to solve. So going straight to the people that know it best is usually a good piece of advice that I'd like to give people. But in general, think about it in terms of what the benefit potentially is for integrating diverse data types from different functional silos in your business, and what that connection potentially means for your ability to generate value and to really save on how you operate your assets, your business, your expense deployment in a much more meaningful way. So I think about knowledge graphs as an interconnected database. There's like real relevancy and understanding about the landscape around you. Seek out experts that understand this space well so they can elevate your starting point and how you think about graph applications and how you apply them in general for how you want to test the application in your environment. I, I'd say in general, and this is just a personal opinion, if you work in an environment that is very differentiated, very bifurcated, disaggregated from a geolocation perspective, like this database model is a key to understanding your business at a much more granular level than you can see today. And just being able to see it creates an opportunity to improve it. And for me, I think that's probably the most important thing that I take away from the application of graphs in this context. It also helps that they fully enable your ability. I think we're a little bit different in how we do it, but your ability to just reason with
Mm-hmm.
retrieval augmented generation, you have the ability to use graph RAG applications with a high degree of efficacy. Um, what we do slightly different because we're looking at engineering context, and the efficacy needs to be very, very, very high. So we're doing some bespoke things to make that happen. But in general, there's not a
Mm-hmm.
better application for how you can store structured data and then how you can retrieve, recall, and interrogate that data than I think knowledge graphs create. And I think it's going to be the critical enabler for scale for generative AI as we move forward over the next couple of years.
Well, John, thank you once again. I appreciate your time, and I'm sure our audience has enjoyed this talk as much as I have. So this has been Jon Brewton from Data². Thank you so much.
Thank you.